So I'm really not in much of a position to give anybody relationship advice because the only girlfriend that I've ever had was my freshman year of high school, and we went out for about a month. We walked each other to class, we made out during lunch, every now and then we talked on the phone, and then when we did break up, it was because of sports. I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan, she's an Indiana Pacers fan. And if we're willing to break up over that, obviously it wasn't too serious. And sure, now she's married to a really great guy and they're madly in love, and I'm 24 years old and still have never been on an actual date. But you know what? The Spurs have won 3 championships then, and the Pacers haven't even been to the finals, so I feel like I got the better end of that deal. But seriously though, I'm 24 years old and I've never even been on a date. Like an actual agreed upon by both parties date. I've been alone with girls, and some of the girls that I've spent time alone with have been people I had feelings for, but I've never been on an, as I said, the key word, agreed upon by both parties that this is us getting to know each other so that we have the potential to turn it into a possible relationship or something date. So, yeah, there's that. I think I'll just comment more on the whole nice guy aspect of it. Why do nice guys finish last? I actually have an entire series that I did on this channel discussing nice guys, and I'll put links to the playlist that those videos are on if you want to check them out. There's 7 videos, they're like 5 minutes each, and so if you want to check those out, you can look at that. But if you want me to summarize really quickly, basically what is a nice guy? First of all, if someone uses the word nice to describe themselves, they're probably a douchebag or a jerk ass or any kind of one of those levels. But you know, if someone uses the word nice to describe themselves, they're probably some level of dick. Because I'm one of those people that feels like if you have to sell a certain personality trait, it's probably because you don't have that personality trait. At least in my experience. I mean, people who are truly nice just for the sake of being nice don't really feel the need to brag about how nice they are. I mean, how many times have you been sitting at a bar and some guy comes up to you and be like, hey, you know, I got a lot of female friends, and when I ask them out, they all turn me down flat, but they say I'm a really sweet guy who can make one very lucky girl really happy someday. So, you want to be that girl? That doesn't happen in real life, okay? It just doesn't. So, first of all, let's get that out of the way. If you use the word nice to describe yourself, you're probably a dick. Just in general. I'm not saying that like every single human being in the fits in that category. I'm just saying for the most part. And then of course, I mean, just most people who are nice I feel like if you're a nice guy, that just means you're nice and that's it. Because me personally, I know I've had this experience where like I'll have girls, like a girl that I hit on, she'll turn me down and says, you're really sweet, but like if you hear that every single fucking time you ask a girl out, yeah, you probably fit into the category of nice guy. And it's not just that I ask out too many of my friends. I've had complete and total strangers say that to me, and then we end up becoming besties. Life is great for me. 24 years, not a single fucking date. Did I say that already? It's frustrating. But I mean, I've heard, and then I hear these girls telling like other people, I hear them describing me to other people, and they're like, yeah, he's really sweet, and he's so kind and thoughtful, and he's a really nice person. Those are all synonyms. Do you know what a synonym is? It means that it's a different way of saying the same shit. You just repeated the exact same word 4 fucking times. Is there really nothing else redeemable about me? Is that the only thing you actually enjoy about me, that I'm not a total dick? Wow, that makes me feel so great about myself. I mean, yeah. But at the same time, we're skipping a few steps, but at the end of it all, while I do agree that nice guys don't necessarily have it real easy in the dating world, I also don't believe that nice guys finish last, because if you think about it, life is not a game. It's not about winning or losing. It's about carving out, the best and happiest, most fulfilling life that you can have for yourself. And, it's, when it comes to love, sometimes, I guess, this is all just bullshit that I've heard on TV and stuff, because I have no personal experience with it, but apparently everybody's meant to find love. I'm having trouble believing that right now, but supposedly everybody's meant to find love, and eventually it can take some time, but you'll find somebody who's right for you. You just have to have confidence, which is bullshit, because confidence is just like good looks, money, or a sense of humor. If you have it, it makes it more likely that you're gonna get a date. But if you don't have it, that doesn't guarantee. But if you don't, having it doesn't guarantee you will get a date. Not having it doesn't guarantee that you won't. Let's be honest. You can be a total dick with no money, and living with your mom, and you have a lousy sense of humor. But you know what? He's got confidence, so let's hop in bed with him right now. You get what I'm saying. So anyways, yeah. Eventually it got to a point where, because I feel like most of my life, I would be myself, that wouldn't work, so I would be someone else, that wouldn't work, so I would be myself again, not because I liked myself, but because I was just too lazy to try to be someone else, and that didn't work, so then I would be someone else. I think especially when you're younger, as you mature, when you're young, it's being myself is fine, but I'd rather be that person that you're actually with, that would be great. And now that I'm older, I still kind of feel that way. I just don't care enough to try. I realize that now that, you want somebody to fall in love with you. So even if you have to be single for all 24 fucking years of your life, and possibly another 24 years after that, and then possibly another 24 years after that, isn't it better to just be single and enjoy living life as yourself than to live a lie? Which, who knows, maybe it'll last for a few years. You'll have some good laughs together. But then eventually the whole shroud of shadows is removed, and, she sees you for who you really are and realizes she doesn't like that. I guess that's the one good thing about being alone my whole life and just being okay with being me. I get to be happy and enjoy my life and just enjoy being me, not having to worry about impressing anybody. And eventually, if for some reason some girl ever actually does fall for me, then I'll know that she likes me for who I am, and not because I was doing something else or whatever. But at the same time, when you tell your kids about love and relationships, make sure to emphasize that it's going to take a long fucking time. Don't just tell them it's going to take time, because that pissed me off, because people will always it takes time. But technically, 1 nanosecond counts as time. It takes time. Okay, it's been time. It hasn't happened yet. Okay, it takes a long time. But even the word long is pretty relative. Because for a 16-year-old, 2 hours is too damn long. So make sure to tell them it takes a long fucking ass time. Make sure to emphasize that. Use those exact words. I'm gonna be a great father. Wait, no I'm not, because women don't like me. I'm never gonna be a dad.